Okay, this is my second picking, and I went ahead and picked some green tomatoes, and I did find I did find about four that started having some rot onto them because I left them on there, and we've had so much rain, so I'm not complaining about that because these are done real good. But I'm showing this for the fact that the table is giving good ventilation, and my grandmother and my mother also used to put the tomatoes up under a shade tree. A shade tree is so cool. It's so nice. I mean, everybody loves sitting up under a shade tree. Well, to me, it's just the perfect place to put your tomatoes, and especially on a table like this where it's getting good airflow. And the cucumbers, these are just the ones I picked this morning. I think it was 2 days ago. I picked like, I think it was 24, 26 cucumbers. And I pickled those. I made sweet pickles out of those. I think it was sweet pickles. Yeah, sweet pickles. Pickles. So guys, I just want to show you this right here. You know, you could pick your tomatoes early and they will ripen up. And the reason I went ahead and picked these because when I started noticing some rot, let's see if I can find one. Well, okay, so there's one. There's not but a couple of them. Oh, there's another one. And I went ahead and got them off. Oh, I think I put them near so I could, oh, I think there was only 4, so there you go. And so yeah, so and I have ate a little bit of these and made a tomato sandwich, and they were delicious. But yeah, this is your not root rot. This is your tomato rot. Okay, it can happen in 2 days. This was not on these tomatoes 2 days ago, and I seen one. I think it was that one, and I took it off, of course, because it's not going to do any good now. I'm not going to, take it off. And what I usually do, now you can take green tomatoes and have fried tomatoes. I'm not much into that, but you can do that. And so if it was a ripe tomato, and I went ahead and took some of these off because I left others on there to see if they go ahead and ripen up, and they wasn't ripening up. And the wise thing to do was to go ahead and take the tomatoes off and go ahead and they'll go ahead and finish ripening up. Plus two, unless I'm going to be canning them, I don't want them ripen up all at the same time. So this gives advantage of them not ripening up all at the same time, and enough that you have the quantity that you want. But yeah, so what I usually do, if this was a ripe tomato and it had some root rot on it, all I would do is take my knife and cut the rottenness out. And you can also, say if it's too damaged, or if you decide to, you can cut that rotten part. I want to say root rot. I hope to God not. But the rotten part out. You can cut it, slice it off, and you could take the seeds out. It's the best thing to do. There's never nothing wasted here. If you walk into wisdom in all things, you will find that you could always use something for something other, whether it's going to the animals or like this right here, if it's ripening up, just take the seeds out and put them in a little strainer, like a little small mesh strainer, and wash them at the sink. Take your finger and rub it around in there and try to get some of the tomato stuff off of it, and put it on I usually put mine onto a paper plate. I don't put them on paper towels because they're hard to get off, but I do put them like on a paper plate, and usually you can take your finger and just flip the seeds off and let them dry for at least 7 days or so. You just leave them sitting on there to dry out. So guys, I just want to show you this table. This is nothing but a deck table that is good for airflow when you are trying to put your vegetables on there to ripen up. tomatoes. These cucumbers, I'm not going to leave here. I just picked them. I have a lot of pickling cucumbers. I've got one over there. I've got to kind of wire the cucumber, not wire it up, but I got to get the branches are going everywhere, and where I want it to run onto my deck, I've kind of got to lead it to where it can go. And so anyways, these cucumbers are going in. I've already got some brine fixed up for pickling cucumbers, sweet pickling cucumbers. And so what I'm going to do is just go ahead and cut those up and put them in the jars. You know, you don't have to have a whole lot of cucumbers to be pickling. Matter of fact, it really, to me, you know, I think what was it, 24, 26, 27 pickles the other day. I think I went back out there and picked a few that I missed. And so that was a good quantity to go ahead and pickle. I think I got 6.5 jars. I got 6 quarts and 1 pint. And so that was a good starter. I mean, it was good to go ahead and that quantity. It's done. You're not overwhelmed with canning, especially if you're pushed for time. Or sometimes, especially with cucumbers, they will start coming off all at one time. Now, this is just the beginning of my cucumbers. So, yeah, I want to go ahead and keep up with this. I don't want them, you know, sit there, wait a couple of days, and then have 26 more. And then here I've got, you know, I've got all these cucumbers, which I have to put up. It can make it stressful if you're doing everything by yourself. So, or even if you have someone to help you, maybe that someone is helping to do other things. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I just want to share this with you. This is Never Alone Homestead with Cammie. God bless you and make it a great day.